And the plot thickens. A sixth alleged member of the Oblock street gang has been charged in the slaying of Chicago rapper FBG Duck. Ralph Turbin, 33, who is also known as Tall or Teezy, was charged with committing a conspiracy in aid of racketeering and conspiracy to commit murder in aid of racketeering, according to the statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office. Also charged in FBG Duck's death is Charles C. Murder Liggins, 30, Kenny Robinson, 28, to Carlos Los Awful, 30, Christopher C. Thane Thomas, 22, and Marcus Muwalk Smart, 22. The indictment alleges that the Oblock gang engaged in numerous acts of violence, including the killing of Carlton Weekly, a Chicago rapper known as FBG Duck, on August 4th, 2020. The statement said Weekly was shot as many as 21 times in the daytime attack that left his girlfriend and someone else waiting in line with them at the Dolce & Gabbana boutique at 68 East Oak Street wounded. The attack involved four mass shooters who left 38 bullet casings behind after an attack that lasted all of 15 seconds, according to federal court records. Much of what happened on the day of the shooting was captured on video, according to the 45-page document, which includes a FBI affidavit. It states investigators told a car used in the shooting one day after it happened. Later searched it and found evidence that implicated Liggins. The document also points to so-called diss track songs posted online in which street gang members disrespected rivals, fueling violence on the streets. Minutes before the shooting, Weekly got out of the car driven by his girlfriend and stood in a line outside the store. Weekly's mother has said she was shopping for a present. He was shopping for a present for his son. Around the same time, surveillance video showed Liggins, Smart, and others running down a stairway at Parkway Gardens at 63rd and Martin Luther King Drive. According to affidavit, it said Smart and other persons got into Ford Fusion by offer. The FBI, it believes Liggins got into a Chrysler 300 with two others. From there, investigators were able to trace the vehicle's path from Parkway Gardens to the scene of the slaying using video surveillance. According to Around the time Weekly got out of the car on Oak Street, the feds say the Fusion and Chrysler were seen traveling in the same direction in the 6200 block of South Wentworth Ave, just 5 seconds apart. The vehicles were spotted on camera in at least 7 additional locations. Police records reviewed by the Chicago Sun-Times showed a $100,000 bounty was placed on the head of Weekly before he was shot and killed. 2 weeks after the shooting, an informant in Chicago police custody told detectives and FBI agents that someone affiliated with Black Disciple Street Gang had offered up $50,000 to anyone that killed Weekly and later raised the bounty to $100,000 according to police records. Another tipster told investigators Doug had a price on his head, the records show. The name of the person said to have placed the bounty was redacted, but the informant said that the person bought custom-made necklaces for members of the Oblock Disciples Oblock fashion. Turbin was scheduled to appear in court Wednesday. Damn, man. Damn. Y'all know what that is, man. Listen, this is crazy. Now it is up to 6 people that was involved in the murder of LPG Duck, man. And if you listen to the statement from the police, what they basically saying is Teezy, THF Teezy, or Tall, was the one who tipped off the O-Block members to what LPG Duck was. Evidently, he was down in the Gold Coast and he saw LPG Duck, and then he got on his phone and then he went to call around because he wanted to let everybody know LPG Duck low. You know what I'm saying? And word through the grapevine is that LPG Duck was hitting his chick. You see what I'm saying? So this dude, he had an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? And it also word through the grapevine that he had a pole on him. You know what I'm saying? But instead of him handling his business on his own, he called somebody else to handle his business. You know what I'm saying? He sent them boys off. You know what I'm saying? And they let him send them off. You know what I'm saying? Along with the bounty that was on Duck Head. You feel what I'm saying? So they wanted to collect that bounty. And if you pay attention to what the statement said, they said that the person who put the bounty on Duck Head, his name got redacted in the statement from the snitch. But at the same time, we all know who bought Oblock chains. You know what I'm saying? And we all know who they trying to insinuate. You know what I'm saying? Put the money on Duckhead. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sad though. You know what I mean? That these boys, that almost 2 years later, this stuff is still going on. There's still people going to jail for this. You know what I'm saying? And they throwing their lives away, man. They throwing their lives away. They got that much hatred for somebody else that they throwing their lives away. I saw a video with Mama Duck talking, and she basically said she don't want the death penalty for them boys. You know what I'm saying? She want them boys to sit in jail and think about what they did for time and time and time and time till they end up passing away of old age inside a jail cell. Boy, that's torture. Because you know when you dead, you know everything gone, you can't hurt no more. But when you in jail or you sitting in that cell and you coming out 1 hour a day, that 23 and 1, you coming out 1 hour a day, and you just get a chance just to sit and dwell on it. Just dwell on it and wish you would have never did it. You know what I'm saying? Wish you would have did the right thing instead of just going and throwing yourself away. But I want this to be a lesson to a lot of these young boys out here, man. Check this out. Do you see how this stuff end, man? Do you see how this stuff end? Do you see how this stuff ends? Do you see how this stuff ends? You end up destroying yourself in the process. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad, man. Rest in heaven to FBG Duck, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mama Duck for doing her due diligence to get the people who was responsible for this, for killing her son. You see what I'm saying? And I just want y'all to know, man, y'all can't do stuff like this and expect to get away with it, man. YouTube is not letting nobody get away with this. The internet is not letting nobody get away with this, man. If y'all like the way these videos, doing these videos, man, let me know in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, comment to this channel, man. I'm gonna be giving y'all more videos, man, just like this, man. Chill.